All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. The name of the video is Governor dismisses armed gang takeover as figment of imagination. Now, guys, we haven't jumped into the video yet, but it's kind of absolutely odd that someone could say that what's happening literally on camera is not actually happening literally on camera. Like, how do we explain that? It's not like we're not in the, in the year 2024 where there are cameras everywhere, Ring doorbell cameras, topo cameras, all types of cameras that are based off of like IP type cameras. We have all these things. We can kind of see it. It's in our face, bro. Right? I mean, so why are there people, for example, if this is a figment of everyone's imagination, then why are there individuals walking with what look to be AR-15s with a scope up and down stairs in apartment complexes, basically kicking down doors, right? Was it room or apartment 301 to be specific, right? Multiple times they're breaking off handles. What are you talking about? That's not a figment of an imagination. There are takes from many people from the area that are literally saying that, now listen, they are taking over apartment complexes and charging people rent, right? So how do we explain this? If this is a figment of our imagination, it almost doesn't make any sense, but let's go ahead and see what this guy has to say. Keep this in mind. This is basically the same person that said, yeah, send all the migrants here. We have no problem. We just need work permits. Bro, you shouldn't just need work permits. You should be trying to get people out of your city. But either way, let's go and check this out immediately. Let's see where this video takes us, guys. Let's do it.
We have more from the mayor of Aurora. He's concerned that someone is funding these apartment takeovers.
Yeah, Trinidad Agua.
Watch this.
Somebody put them there and somebody funded it, whether it's federal government or not. We're trying to find out who these
Why would the federal government fund this, bro?
gangs apparently are attracted to where there's a concentration of Venezuelan migrants. And so they've in fact have kind of pushed out the property management through intimidation and then collected the rents. Arrests have been made, but these operations are still ongoing.
They're collecting the rent. Good Lord. Danielle Jorinsky is a city council member in Aurora, and she joins me now. Danielle, a spokesperson for the governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, he's dismissing you. They say this is all the figment of your imagination. Would you like to respond to that?
Please.
Yeah, I just would ask him, is this also a figment of the Romero's imagination and all of the other folks that I've spoken to at these complexes and that I've physically moved out? This is one heck of an imagination.
What are you going to do about this?
Well, what I've been able to do so far is bring this much attention to it, and I plan to continue to bring this kind of attention to it until this is addressed. I'm not going to sit back and let this be downplayed and let this be ignored. The governor can attack me all he wants, but I am going to continue to expose this, and I will continue to go into these buildings, and I will get as many people out as I can.
You've got to get people out. What about the people who are barging their way into these apartments? What are you going to do about them? Can we arrest them in some way?
Well, I think that's where we need the help of our state and federal partners. I mean, this is way beyond any one local law enforcement dealing with this. This gang is here. They have spread out. They have taken over multiple apartment complexes. This is not just in Aurora, and we need a group effort here.
Who's to blame, in your opinion?
The border security?
Well, the blame starts at the southern border.
Right.
I mean, first and foremost, we need to shut down our southern border, and we need to put policies in place that are vetting these people. And then beyond that, you can look at our state. Our governor has made our state a sanctuary state here in Colorado, and the mayor of Denver, they hung a banner on the Denver City Hall that said, "We love migrants." Well, we love migrants too, but can we vet them? I mean, these people are coming in. They have hundreds of guns. They are running whatever kind of operations they are running, and somebody needs to step in here at the federal level and the state level.
I want to go back to how the residents of some of these apartment buildings actually feel about it and what they're going through. Just watch this for a second.
Have an interview?
Every day when we come home, we have to do this. Every time we go outside to take out the garbage, every time we try to go to bed at night, we have to keep it like this so nobody can kick in the door.
I'll give you a solid tip here, guys. All right, so one second.
We have to keep it like this so nobody can kick it.
All right, so you see all these hinges here? Like, all of these hinges can be replaced, including the ones that are inside of here. Okay, all of these can be strengthened and reinforced for pretty cheaply. Now, those little bars that go on the bottom door handle, those are solid, but they end up breaking the actual handle over time. So I definitely would suggest a different solution other than that. And definitely, this is basically irrelevant, this whole thing here. But I definitely hope that you can find a way to secure yourself a little bit better, specifically in these times, specifically in this city. But I think a lot of that's going to come from you having to basically strengthen the actual gateway into your property.
In the door.
It's come to that. 5 locks on the door. Last word to you.
That is one of the folks that I was able to move out the other day, and it is horrifying to see firsthand. And I hope that nobody is listening to our governor. This is not a figment of anyone's imagination. This is very serious. This is very real, and it will spread out quickly across this country if it is not addressed.
All right, guys. So really quickly. So in fact, when it comes to Tren de Aragua, they have moved basically coast to coast. San Diego, California, well, obviously the rest of California, Chicago, New York, guys, they're basically everywhere, wreaking havoc basically anywhere where they see some type of weakness that they can basically exploit. And it seems like Colorado is a place where it's easily exploitable, which is to be expected, because based off of what the governor, along with the multiple mayors of multiple cities that are being basically infiltrated, have basically been saying they do not care that there are issues, right? They don't care about that. All they literally care about right now, is getting work permits for the people that are coming. And then they're saying definitely bring us more. And I've said a couple of months ago, actually, that we should just send people to Denver until specifically they decide that maybe we should no longer say that this is a positive thing for the country. Now, she also just stated that a good idea would be to close the southern border. You can't close the southern border. We get way too many things from Mexico. Most of the cars that are being built currently are no longer being built in the United States of America. Why? Because we cost too much. Right? If you want everything for the most part to cost 2 to 3 times more than it already costs, close the southern border. I think it's incredibly ignorant to say that, actually. Now, what you should be looking to do is find a way to make it so people do not cross the border. I would say that's probably a better thing. Okay. And there also still is definitely legal immigration, specifically at our southern border. So again, I think close the southern border may sound like a buzzword or a keyword, but we cannot close the southern border because again, too much comes through there. Now, referring to specifically going through checkpoints, that's what should be mandated, guys. All right. Like if you go through anywhere except for a checkpoint, you should get at least 50 years. All right. And then guess what happens? And what I mean by 50 years, a 50-year ban from America. Like we already have a 5-year ban currently as of right now. That's not enough, bro. That's not enough. Okay. Cause they can wait it out and come and try it again type of thing. All right. Now there are like legal pathways into the United States of America. I definitely hope that people start taking, those legal pathways. The CBP One app is one of them. Yes, you have to wait. Okay. We cannot take millions and millions of people. All right. You have to wait your turn. That's legal migrancy. Like your first act into the United States of America is no longer a felony trespassing, right? It's completely legal, right? But yeah, we definitely need to do something about the southern border, but closing it is just absolutely not plausible. It's not plausible. You can't just permanently block it off, bro. That's not a thing. So please don't say that, right? We need help there, but closing it would be terrifying for us specifically. All right. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.